How we doing, guys? We are going to get back to some Legend of Zelda: Link to the Past. Hopefully the volume levels are alright. Let me know if you guys can hear me in the chat. We are going to get started, though. Alright, we're in the middle of the Skull Woods dungeon here. Crazy Bat Ninja pops in, says hello there. Alright, we're about to get our fire wand. Ta-da! Alright, Chaos Hoy pops in, says, I hear you, Doc. Right on. Call sign Beanie says, hello, everyone. Defected Doombot pops in, says, one of the best Zelda games. Absolutely. I would argue the best top-down Zelda game. I think best goes to Ocarina of Time in my mind, but this one's pretty good. Majora's Ghost says, always good to see the only trusted space doctor. Crazy Bat Ninja says, fire wand. I'll bet you'll get some enemies fired up with that thing. Yes, indeed. Most importantly, I can use that to actually move on in this dungeon. Alright. Now we're about to go into the end game for this particular dungeon. And then I've got some more things I need to go pick up out in the outer world. Alright. The animation that we're going to see in just a minute here is really, really cool. I've always loved it. I mean, considering that it's on the Super Nintendo, right? Like, we're not talking about something from the last 20 years even. Alright. I really like that animation. I think it looks really cool. Alright. Let's finish up this dungeon. Ooh, I need a key first. Alright. Little maze here. It's always fun. Hey, there's my key. 1998 was the year of Metal Gear Solid, Ocarina of Time, and Half-Life. Yeah, that was a pretty good year for gaming. That era was outstanding. There are just so many great classic games. I don't remember if there's anything I need down below on this bridge, but we're going to find out. Nope, doesn't look like it. That maze is amazing, says Chaos Hoy. Half-Life was just what an experience. The atmosphere, says Damply Dew. Yes, indeed, that was the experience. Great games. Alrighty. Oh, you little devil. Really despise those hands. Oh well. Not much of a big loss. Eat shit, hand. Son of a gun. Thought Resident Evil 2 was 1997. Yeah, I think Resident Evil 2 was 97, wasn't it? Because if memory serves, the original Resident Evil was 95. Oop. It's definitely 97 or 98. Hey, Dr. D, can I give you a hand? Says Dino Rex. Yeah, apparently I've been getting plenty of those here. You little devil. Alright, that's it. I always try to conserve my magic meter. I don't know why. It's not that important. But those mummies go down really fast when you use fire on them. For whatever reason, I'm just always really reticent to use my magic. I'm the sort of person that just likes to preserve my resources, but they're getting in my way. Getting in my way, can't have it. Oop. Fire wand time it is. Actually, I think I need my wand here. Oh no! Crap, yeah, there you go. That's why I'm conservative with my magic. Of course. Actually, now I want to be grabbed by this guy so I can grab some more magic pots. Reset the dungeon for me here so these... There we go. Alright, we gotta let him grab me again so I can get some more magic. Learned my lesson. Gotta conserve that magic. That was why I'm disciplined there. In the meantime, we'll grab some hearts too. Can't hate that. Alright, we'll let him grab me one more time, and then I should be good to go. I should have enough magic from there. Because I've got to be able to turn all of those candles on in that room. You've got to be able to do it in a fast enough time before they run out of fire there. So you got to use the wand. You can't run up to them with the lamp. Oh, crap. All right. Should be in reasonable position here now. Oh my gosh, are you kidding me? Well, we're going to go into it with a full magic meter anyway. So there's that. Alright, just gonna not be impatient. We'll take these guys down the old-fashioned way here. Make sure that they're all completely out of the way before I proceed. Oh, hey, and there's a full magic meter thing for me there. Oh, well. Get these pots out of the way. Adios, Mr. Hand. Alright. Made that way more difficult than it needed to be, but we're where we need to be. I think I have to burn something here, don't I? Or just chop it. Hey, I'll take the fairy. Absolutely. You little devil! Oh my gosh, I hate those hands. Can't believe that just happened. But that's why I like this game. It's not easy. They don't just hand it to you. Anybody get that pun? Hand it to you. One of those clumsy, clumsy days here, but that's alright. Those days happen, we will overcome. Hey Doc, need a hand, says Chaos Hoy. Yeah, apparently I need a lot of them. Oh well. If I were impatient, I would not be a gamer. Alright, it's just one mummy here, standing between me and glory. Alright. Oh my gosh! What's killing me right now is that I don't have access to the sound on this game, if I gotta be honest with you. My monitor is not working properly. So when I have my streams that I'm doing here, I can't have the... I don't want you guys to be hearing an echo, so I don't have the volume on this going on right now, so I can't hear that little drop sound that's supposed to be an indicator that the little guy's coming. So I'm just trying to watch the shadow, and it's just blending in right now. Very unfortunately. Yeah, firewood insta-burn the mummies, says Sneaky Sinji, however that's pronounced there. Problem is I'm trying to conserve my magic so that I can use the wand on these candles, or whatever they're supposed to be. Alright. These guys out of the way. Oh no, I'm a bunny. All right. This is just an endurance trial, if memory serves here. I'm playing the 1989 Turtles arcade game, says Chaos Hoy. That's a good one. Classic. Alright. That one is just an endurance trial. Never gonna let that crystal hit the ground. I have the Cowabunga collection, says Dino Rex. Finally, says Callsign Beanie. Yeah, I made that way harder than it needed to be. For sure. One of those days, I guess. Alright. Always love the lore dumps here. Doc, because of you, I can escape from the clutches of the evil monsters. Thank you. Do you know the prophecy of the Great Cataclysm? This is the way I heard it. If a person who has an evil heart gets the Triforce, a hero is destined to appear, and he alone must face the person who began the Great Cataclysm. If the evil one destroys the hero, nothing can save the world from his wicked reign. Only a person of the Knights of Hyrule, who protected the royalty of Hylia, can become the hero. You are of their bloodline, aren't you? Then you must rescue Zelda without fail. Do you understand? Yep, I think I got it. Majora's Ghost asks, ever play the Suikoden games? Yes, I have. It's been a long time, but I have. Alright. I have got some things that I need to pick up in the outer world here. Actually, I think we're going to go back to the light world real quick. We'll look into that magic mirror. This feels like as good a time as any to plug the goal that I've got. If I can get 10 super chats here between now and the end of the stream, I will do some karaoke for you guys. As many of you probably know by now, I am a former singer in a long-standing band, and I always love the opportunity to do some singing. So if you guys are interested in that at all, drop something in the super chats there, and I will chat with you, of course, as well. And also, if anyone is interested in becoming a member of the channel, I should have I'm working on an audiobook for you guys of a novel that I wrote some time ago. So I will be doing an audiobook version of that will hit members only status pretty soon here. Alright. Just a couple of odds and ends that I need to pick up here. Things that I get too gung-ho and I forget to grab. There's so many secrets in this game, though. It's one of the things I love about it. There's just a ton of things that you can do. Nice. What's the novel about, says Demon Smoke 1. Well, it's actually a takes place in, I guess, like a high fantasy / dark fantasy type setting. It's about a young man with a very unusual appearance. People often mistake him for some sort of a monster, and he's not sure about his heritage, what sort of thing he is, and so there is a lot that he has to learn about his heritage, which is why the name of the book is The Darkest Heritage. I'm probably not doing a great job of selling it, trying to focus on my gaming and talking about that at the same time, but in any event, I think it is something that you guys would enjoy. It's actually a series of novels that I will eventually have done, but as of right now, it is not complete. Alright. So we need to get the third bottle. Gotta get the third bottle, and yeah, that tempered sword Insomniac reminds me. Gotta get the tempered sword. Just so many secrets in this game, it's Unreal how much they fit into one game. Yo, Doc, you seem to be in a heap of trouble, but this is all I can give you. Chaos Hoy, everyone, did you know the Wii U is the first console that is also a siren? Wii U, Wii U. Demon Smoke, that's cool. I'm currently writing myself, so I like hearing about other people writing. It inspires me to continue to write myself. You said members only. Yeah, at least at first it will be available to members only. I'd like to get some feedback. I'm also working on a cartoon. That's taking a little longer than I expected. The animation is just not really my forte. It takes a while to get done, but we are plugging away at it. I just like to be creative. I like to do a lot of different things. Wes popped in with the super chat here. I've been playing Twilight Princess lately. Well, thank you for that. Twilight Princess is an excellent game. What console are you playing it on? I have played it on all three that it's available on. The Wii, the Wii U, and the GameCube. If memory serves, I only played it on the Wii U one time, but there were some quality of life upgrades on that. I know there definitely was for the Wind Waker version, or for the Wii U Wind Waker game, but I can't remember what there was for the Wii U, but I remember liking it on the Wii U a lot. And the GameCube. The Wii, playing it on the original Wii was terrible. Playing it on the Wii U, alright, that's awesome. Demon Smoke says Twilight Princess is the best one in my mind of the ones I've played. Dino Rex says I have it for my GameCube. Wes says I first played it on the GameCube. Yeah, it was so much better on the Cube than it was on the Wii. I ended up beating it on the Wii, but it was just a slog. Absolute slog. Cage Il Vampiro says, YouTube gave me a commercial last night in the middle of your dance. Ruined the dance. Well, that's just an unforgivable sin. What the hell? Can't have that. I gotta go up to the witch here now and get my magic powder. The magic powder, then, there's a couple of things I can get by having that. One of them being, if memory serves, the cape. I think I can get the cape with that. Just have to remember exactly where I have to go to do that, but I'll remember it. Baked Buddhist says, you said you were deliciously dank in your intro a few days ago. What strain are you? Oh, jeez. Alright, the witch says, thank you, young man. Come back to the shop later for something good. Okay, well, apparently she's not done with the magic powder. Oh, yeah, they are. Yeah, they are. Alright. Try to sprinkle it on enemies and many other things. Yeah, if you guys don't remember, we got that by grabbing the mushroom in the Lost Woods, and then you present it to the witch, and she makes you the magic powder. So this soldier is really pissing me off. Alright, buddy, you gotta die. There you go. Oh, I can't even get the heart for it. What an insult. Alright. Rayando X pops in and says, hello there, Dr. Disaster. Well, hello. Dino Rex says, in the Twilight Princess manga, True Form Midna kissed Link. Interesting, I didn't know that. Cage Il Vampiro says, God, this game brings back memories. Yeah, good ones, too. Not even just the bad flashbacks that I get from some games, but like legitimately good ones. Cage860 says, I still need to beat this game. Started it last year on the Switch, never bought it for the SNES. Oh man, you are missing out, ever having purchased it on the SNES. I'm playing it on the Switch right now just for simplicity's sake, but playing it on the original Super Nintendo was quite a treat. Quite a treat. Get out of here, Ghost. Get out of here. Callsign Beanie pops in, says, I swear I'm not a fan of the a-hole variety. Focus, Daniel-san. Well, fair enough. Welcome, me hearty. Alright, I gotta remember what I need to... Because I need to get to that tombstone that's behind those heavy rocks that I can't lift. I can lift these rocks, I can't lift these rocks. Not yet. I don't have the powered-up gloves. If memory serves, I need to go to the Dark World, and then I come over here and I use the magic mirror in the right spot, and then I can go to that grave, and then you like ram into it, and then you can go and grab your cape with the magic powder. It's a whole big thing. We're gonna do it though. The cape, I don't get it every time I play through, but it is a useful item. You can use it to, like, essentially make yourself invulnerable for a little while. Kind of nice. Oop. Did not mean to go back like that. Alright. I'm going to grab some fairies while I'm over here. Always good to stock up on those. Ram that guy. Head on in. Grab my bug catching net. Johnny asks, is this a Link Between Worlds or a Link to the Past? This is a Link to the Past, the OG. Playing it on the Nintendo Switch, which is a bit different for me. But that's cool. I have a Switch Pro controller, so it's pretty alright playing on here. Playing on the Virtual Console, if anyone is wondering how that is accomplished. I think it's relatively inexpensive for the Virtual Console. It's like $20 a year or something like that. It's really not too bad. Wes says there were 2 super chats. My counter says 1. Yeah, it only is counting. I need to switch it. It's only counting the ones that are $5 or more, but I'm counting it in my head as well. We are at 2, so worry not, my friend. Your super chat is counted on the list. I always forget to change it when I'm setting the goals. There was one day when I did the minimum $5 deal, and I just haven't switched it back, though I meant to, but we will count that one. Don't worry. Alright, going through the Dark Woods here. We are gonna go into the Dark World. Actually, no, we don't want to do it through there. Oh, get out of here, thief. Good lord. I hate those guys. Majora's Ghost says, Doc, how did you become Dr. Disaster? Are we going to get an origin story one day? That's actually partially what the cartoon that I'm working on is all about. It's going to be called Scallywags, and it is of a humorous sort. It will be... It's kind of like Futurama or like South Park, that sort of thing, but it's following space pirates, members of the crew, so to speak, and Dr. Disaster is in the cartoon. So we will be learning some about him, or me, or however you want to say it. In fact, I am thinking about incorporating a few of those characters in my regular videos. just interacting with them. I think I could have some fun banter, that sort of thing, but we'll see what happens. What would be its animation style? It's very much South Park, because that is very much the level of my artistic ability. I'm not the best. I do what I can, but I'm not particularly good. I'm patient. That's my artistic skill. Majora's Ghost says, I'm totally going to be following that cartoon. Right on, man. Much appreciated. Consider becoming a member. I guess I'll plug it one more time. You will get access to it before everybody else. I will make it available on the regular channel for everybody eventually, but members will get early access. Alright. Here's... Yes, it is. Okay, and I think I ram that thing, right? No? There we go. I gotta ram it from that direction. Call sign Beanie says, my pirate name is Bender by the Numbers. Right on. Alright, this is the magic cape. You are invisible when you wear it. Watch your magic meter. Oh, this isn't the one where I need the magic powder. There's another item I gotta grab. In any event, I like having the magic cape. It's useful. It's a drain on the magic, but it's useful. I'm not intending to 100% this game on this playthrough or anything, but there are some items I just really like to grab. Kenstro drops in, says, hi, how's it going? Alright. Majora's Ghost says, LMAO, how do I not remember most of this? I played it maybe a few years ago. Whoop. Cage El Vampiro says, Doc, I'm digging the lunchtime streams. Good stuff. Right on, man. I like the feedback. Much appreciated. Michael Vargas, Dr. Disaster, did you ever wonder why Sony approves rated R games like GTA, The Witcher, and Wolfenstein, but when it comes to South Korea, Japan, and China games, they say no, it's inappropriate and sexist? Yeah, that's an interesting thought. That is an interesting thought. I guess I'd have to think or look into that one. Alright. Couple of things I can do here in the light world. Oh, that's right. I gotta save this guy's partner. Where's his partner at? Oh man, I am totally drawing a blank. He's in the woods somewhere. Where is he in the woods? If anybody remembers off the top of your head, drop it in chat. Otherwise, I might have to look that up. I can't remember where in the world that guy is at. Canistro says, I'm good, thank you for asking, Dr. Disaster. I've been following you for a while, and this is the first time I hear your voice without any sound effect. Yeah, from a canonical perspective, this is me without my mask. Kind of like Darth Vader. I sound different when the mask is off. This is the actual voice. Alright. Yeah, here's where I need my magic powder. What do I get here? I don't remember. Little bat guy comes out. Blast you for waking me from my deep, dark sleep. I mean, thanks a lot, sir, but now I'll get my revenge on you. Get ready for it. Is that okay with you, sir? Oh, right, he gives me a buff on my magic power. That's right. Yeah, everything is half-costed now. That's cool. I laugh at your misfortune. Now your magic power will drop by 1/2. Congratulations. Now do your best, even though I'm sure it won't be enough. Have a nice day. See you. Yeah, no, it's actually a really good thing. Your magic stuff costs less now. Insomniac says South Village in the Dark World for that guy's partner. Okay. Yeah, you got to have the Tempered Sword. The Tempered Sword is extraordinarily important. Duck says, "Hi Doc, keep up the good work." Well, thank you. Much appreciated. K. Jill Vampiro says, "The water temple from Ocarina I still have scars from." Oh, yeah. That is a tricky maze. That one is still the one that, when I go back and play that game, I will have to really, stop and think and possibly even look it up. Alright, where is this little devil at? I am just drawing a complete blank on this guy. We'll find him, though. There's a little bandit there. Once I find this guy, I will get my sword tempered, and once that's tempered, I'm ready to go into the next dungeon. Which actually is right there. That is the next dungeon. I mean, I could go into it now, but I don't want to forget all these odds and ends that I was really intending to pick up. Kenstro says, "Would you prefer Pokemon or Digimon?" I mean, Digimon is kind of the Temu Pokemon, isn't it? I don't know. I've never been a big fan. Never been a big fan of Digimon. Oh, sweet. 300 rupees, and I was already at the max. Majora's Ghost says, "The water temple scares me to this day. The whirlpools in that endless waterfall room bother me to this day." Yeah, I mean, it was a bear. That one was tough. I enjoyed it, though. I really enjoy it when there's a good challenge like that. Though it can be frustrating, of course. Well, I don't need anything from that guy. One other reminder for everybody, we've got a couple more videos. There's that guy. This is the dude. Oh no, I can't get to him yet, though. I can't get to him quite yet. Okay, so never mind that. But yeah, there's a couple more videos coming out today, just as a reminder to everybody. One of them in about an hour and 20 minutes, and I will have another one ready 3 hours after that. Well, I guess I can't get the dude quite yet. Wasteland Princess says, "Hey, Dr. D and the whole Space Pirate crew." Oh, that is quite a question. Kenstro popped in. What is your favorite 90s game? I'm a 90s kid, so that's just about like asking me what's your favorite game, because the best games are from there. From that era, so to speak. Jeez. Probably, if I were... To answer your question, it's probably some kind of a toss-up between Ocarina of Time and Final Fantasy VII and Super Smash Bros., the original Super Smash Bros. Those are also among my all-time favorite games of all time. So... Korajin popped in with a super chat. Love your vids and dancing, Doctor. Keep it up. Played this Zelda so many years ago, it brings back great memories. Hail the 199. Well, thank you very much, Cora. Much appreciated. Dino Rex says, after all the woke crap we've been getting these past few years, retro games are the best, even more now. Yeah, I agree with that. They're extraordinarily important because of them, I don't feel compelled to buy any of the new stuff. I don't need to. I have no need of it. We're gonna plow ahead through this dungeon. We'll let that thing just hit me. It doesn't really do anything other than you're a rabbit for a couple seconds there. Okay, this one's a bit of a maze as well. They all are after this, though. At this point, all the dungeons are a bit maze-like. Alrighty. Well, we need to drop down somewhere here. Let's just go here. Hey, you got the compass. Kenstro says, I wish this woke crap never interfered with video games, movies, books, and other stuff. It just makes everything worse. Yes, it does. It's got a real habit of just kind of just preventing you from enjoying yourself. It's unfortunate that so many people have been taken in by it. I really don't approve. But we'll deal with it. You know, it's that stuff is getting pushed back against big time. And that's quite important. Alright. Chaos Hoy says, DEI is STDs. You don't want to catch them all. No kidding. That would make for a funny skit in the cartoon. I might have to steal that idea from you. A little Pokemon spoof with DEI. But instead it's STDs. I like that. Well, hey, I got to the room already where I need the big key. Just need to grab the big key. God, this one is such a maze. It's so difficult to differentiate one room from the other. Mandalorian Martin pops in, says, hello, how are you? I am doing well. How are you doing, my friend? Nice thing is, after the last dungeon with all those stinking hands and stuff, this one doesn't feel too bad. The hands and the mummies are a really annoying combination. Alright. Coins. Perfect. Wasteland Princess so it really is true they want to race swap Professor Snape. Not even just that they want to, they are. They have announced the casting of that Papa Eswedu, or however his name is pronounced. He will be Professor Snape in Harry Potter. For better or worse, that is the direction they are going. And I would argue for the worse, because he doesn't seem like Snape to me. He just doesn't. He doesn't look the part. The same way, I don't know, if you cast Madonna, I'd go, nope, that's not Snape. That's a chick. Yeah, it's unfortunate. Same way, what is it, Athena, they race swapped as well in the Odyssey movie that Christopher Nolan has announced that he's making. Bob pops in, says, best Zelda game ever in my opinion, let's go. Dino Rex says, the only Harry Potter that's true is the OG 8 movies and the books. Yeah, I mean, that's pretty much how I feel about it. They are all about trying to diversify this game for this TV series for whatever reason, and I just don't understand how that improves it. There were characters that were not white and not male and all that sort of thing in the story already, and that was fine. That was cool. I just don't know why we need to alter the looks like that. I should have bombed this first before grabbing that bomb, but oh well. Yeah, I just don't know why they feel compelled to do that. It's really annoying. But they keep on doing it. Like I said, with that Odyssey movie, they're making Athena a black character. Well, actually, I had a fairly viral tweet where I mentioned that the other day. I tweeted out a picture of the actress that they picked to be Athena, this black gal, and right next to a picture of the old, some old artwork, or maybe it was AI artwork, whatever, just artwork showing Athena, and I said, oh yeah, wow, they look just like each other, or something like that, and predictably, it made a whole lot of the right people very angry. I was very amused. I got all kinds of death threats for that one. Pretty great. The impotent rage that those people have amuses me. It just amuses me. If you're making them that kind of angry, then you're doing something right. J.K. Rowling seems to have indeed bent the knee. Actually, I'm going to counter that just a little bit. She's always been on the other side. Make no mistake. Now, she has been speaking, how should I put this, common sense when it comes to trying to prevent men from participating in girl sports or being in girls' bathrooms and locker rooms and stuff. She has been correct on one issue, but overall, she is very, very, I guess I would say, progressive. And you know what's really awful and annoying to me or whatever is that I used to be, at least to some degree, not progressive, but just like I have some views that are like not conservative or right wing or whatever. I'm not just like this ideologue or partisan or anything like that. But they have gone so crazy that like I'm just like, nope, pretty much anything that you guys say, I'm against it at this point. Wes says, can we not make new characters? Why race/gender swap established characters? What on earth with April O'Neil in the animated Ninja Turtles movie in recent times? Yeah, it is really frustrating. For the same, okay, so one of my favorite old comic book characters, actually two of them I could point at. I was going to say Blade, but also Al Simmons / Spawn. Both happen to be black guys, and if they cast either of those characters as not like a black fella, I would be very annoyed. The same that I am with Snape. I'd be like, it doesn't look like Blade. You know, if they cast, we'll take arguably my favorite actor of all time. Granted, he's a, comedic figure, but Jim Carrey. If they cast my favorite actor, who happens to be a white guy, in that role of Blade or whatever, I'd be like, what's going on? This isn't like a racial thing. This is a fidelity to the original material thing. I just want... I want the characters to look like the characters that I like. I don't know how this is actually that hard to understand. Okay. Let's see here. I'm going around in circles, so... where do I need to go? Alright. Tom Hanks for Blade. Yes, Spawn, says Wes. Yeah, Spawn is awesome. It is awesome. I am a early adopter of that comic book series. I started reading, I think it was issue 16 was the issue that was out when I first started reading it, and I love it. I was hooked. I'm absolutely in love with that comic book, or at least I was. I've got the first 120 issues or so. I know they're up to like 300 or something now, and I haven't read for a while. Actually, there was a reboot of some kind recently, if memory serves, but I don't know. I haven't pulled the trigger on getting into that. I don't really get into my local comic store much anymore, for better or worse. Mr. 87 Hero says cultists will be cultists. Yeah, I mean, that's kind of my say. I mean, they whine and talk about poor them all the time. It's like, you guys send me death threats all the time. And like, I never talk about it. You never hear me in my videos going, oh, there's people threatening to hurt me or whatever, like I never talk about it because it's just the internet. It's what people do, but I just don't see how you can whine about being oppressed in one breath and then talk about, behaving that way in the next. The hypocrisy is extraordinary, but whatever, what are you going to do? All right. The kids and wife are home for the week. It's spring break, so we are fixing to go for a walk shortly, so I'm going to be calling it in just a couple of minutes here. We'll do some Q&A stuff like I usually do. I'll set the controller down and we'll chat for a few minutes, but definitely going to make sure that, now that the weather is reasonable where I'm at here, pretty reasonable, we are going to go out and take advantage of it. Insomniac says, I'll be honest, they want to cast Cillian Murphy for Mummy as an Aztec god, and I really wish they hadn't. He's a great Irish actor, but come on. Yeah, if he's supposed to be the Mummy, well, there you go. I'm not a hypocrite. He's white. He should not be in that role. That is inappropriate. It doesn't make any sense. But they're painting this picture of this, like, multicultural ancient society, and it's like that's not the truth, it's just not. Dino Rex says, I'll be going to the gym later myself. Oh crap, gotta go, Dr. D. Have a good day and be safe, everyone. Yeah, have a good day, man. Thanks for stopping by. Mad Killer says, there's nothing better than listening to the doc at the gym. Well, I really appreciate that, man. Much appreciated. Bob says, just curious, is this your first time playing Link to the Past? No, it's my first time in a while, though. I'm not remembering where a few things are, but we'll get there. Mitch Sledge says, I'm out on a walk now, really like your content. Well, much appreciated, Mitch. Mitch Sledge says there appears to be echo on your stream now. Okay, well, I will. Let me look if I can correct that here. Give me 1 second. I'll look at my levels, make sure everything is where it's supposed to be anyhow. Thick and Tender pops in, says they want animation voice actors to look like the characters, but live action actors don't need to. It's kind of wild. Yeah, there's really no good reason for it. There's no rhyme or reason, I should say it like that, other than they want to virtue signal. That is it. They want to be able to say, hey, I'm a good person because I'm okay with an African-American person playing this role. And they want to be able to chastise us. And I'm for being against whatever they're doing. They want to be able to use it as a cudgel. And I'm not here for it. I'm just not. Thick and Tender says there was echo. It's gone. It lasted like 10 seconds. Okay, perfect. I kind of fixed a couple of things there. I don't know if that was the cause or if it just was a coincidence, but if we're fixed, that's great. Okay, I am going to set the controller down here. We are fixing to go for our walk in just a short little bit here, but we will do some Q&A for a little bit. Angry Banana says, what do you think about Synthetic Man? I guess I'm not familiar. Inform me, whatever that is. I will have an opinion if I know what it is, possibly. Insomniac says, that's for The Mummy 4, the new Brendan Fraser film. I'm assuming you're talking about casting Cillian Murphy. Yeah. That's not the right casting. It's just not. They need somebody who is, I'm assuming that the mummy would have been mummified in Egypt or someplace thereabouts, right? So definitely need to have somebody that looks the part. Otherwise, it's going to ruin my suspension of disbelief. Mad Killer, have you seen the Death Stranding 2 trailer? I have not. I saw that there is a Death Stranding 2 trailer, and I saw some screenshots of that guy who looks like Solid Snake, but I have not looked at the actual trailer yet. Actually, I usually will see trailers and that sort of thing on Twitter, but for the last half a day or so, Twitter's been really weird. I don't know if anybody else has been experiencing that, but it's been loading up really slow and not refreshing with new content. It's been really weird. It's been acting up for me. Bob says, what's your take on the Monster Hunter Wilds drama that's popped up? I assume we're talking about some people claiming that the game is woke because you can wear certain outfits with certain body types. I don't know. I will say this. I actually kind of talk about this in one of the videos that's about to drop here in, I think it's the one that's dropping in about an hour. Wokeness, it's on a spectrum, right? There's woke and then there's really woke. If a game has the body type A and B thing, it's something I'll talk about, it's something I'll complain about, but we just have to face it that there are a majority of gamers don't appear to care about that. They aren't fazed by it. So whether I like it or not, the fact of the matter is that sort of thing is showing up in games that are still doing well. I mean, I'm not advocating for it, mind you. This isn't me saying, oh, they should do well or shouldn't do well or whatever. This is just the truth. The truth is that a majority of gamers appear to be okay with it. And I'm of the opinion, at least at the moment, that we need to pick our battles. And when a game does 95% or whatever, right, when they do a majority of things correctly, I think that it would behoove us to, I'm not saying you have to buy the game. If you don't like that stuff, then don't buy it. That's fine. But at the very least, how should I put this? From like a narrative perspective, it is important that we continue to push forward and that we can claim those games as our own. That's just from a strategic standpoint. We need these game companies to know that gamers want stuff that's more like this. We'll work. I mean, when we get it whittled away to the point where that's all that we see, well, then we can work on that stuff. But you have to think about, at least I do, I think about, gaming and what we want to see in games, all that sort of thing. I think of it as a battle, or a war, rather, not just, each game being a battle or whatever, but I think about it as a long-running war, and you have to take the victories where you can get them. So I am going to be supportive of a game like Monster Hunter Wilds because it beats the alternative, something like Dragon Age the Veilguard, if that makes sense, right? Like, do I approve of everything that's in the game? I've seen some stuff where it's like, I don't love that, but, I can write some of it off. But that's me. That's my approach. If you disagree, that's fine. Some people are going to disagree, and they're going to go out and they're going to boycott it or say that they're not going to buy it. That's fine. All right. Mad Killer says it's definitely a beautiful trailer, that's for sure. Talking about Death Stranding there, I'm assuming. Matt Rains says X got attacked earlier. It's better now. Okay, well that would explain it. I hadn't seen the news that it was attacked, but yeah. Tech the Drifter says, I just assumed that was J.D. Vance meme overload. Oh my god, those memes are great. Just fantastic. They are going to meme that man right into the presidency. Especially when I see headlines from these outlets that they just don't understand it. The lack of understanding that you see from the progressive side is just hilarious. They're like, why are they making fun of J.D. Vance? I'm like, you don't understand dudes. You simply don't understand men. You look at that and you assume that that we hate the guy or something, that we aren't getting along with him, and it's like they don't understand. I was actually talking about this with a friend the other day. Men, the way that they talk to their friends is so much different than women. Women will look at each other, and when they're face to face, they'll be like, oh my god, you are so stunning and brave, you are beautiful, you are perfect, you are awesome. And then as soon as they turn their back on each other, they're going, oh my gosh, I can't stand that woman, she is horrible. And like, that's the way they are. But guys, like if I have a friend and he's a little pudgy or something, I'll be like, bro, I have 5 fat friends and you are 4 of them. We will just say that stuff to each other. That's just what we do. We give each other shit. We tell it like it is to each other's face. That's what I do anyway. I'll speak for myself, but we don't really pull any punches when we're talking to each other typically. That being said, typically when your friend isn't around, guys don't like to talk about each other behind their back, though. I'm very defensive of those same friends that I'll give shit like that. If somebody wants to talk about them behind their back, I'm like, nah, you don't get to do that. That's not cool. Wes says ball busting, true. Yep. Bob says, no worries, Doctor. I appreciate your takes. I got to get back to watching your content. Been falling off on it. LOL. Well, yeah, you got to catch up, man. Much appreciated, dude. Yanda Man says, bro talk is real. Yes, I mean, every guy that I talk to, it's the same way. Like, we bust on each other. We do. My friends have said things that had me, I mean, if they weren't my friends, I would have been almost embarrassed, right? Like, that they give me shit, and it's fine. I'm fine with that. But, that we're honest. That's the thing, we're honest. And that's what it is with the J.D. Vance thing. Like, guys are just having fun. But it's not because they dislike him, and I don't think that it's very likely, without getting an explanation like this, that a lot of gals out there are going to understand that meme. And it's going to, they're going to meme him right into the presidency. It's going to happen. Drinking some Dr. Pepper here today. Gotta have some energy. I woke up in the middle of the night, so my sleep wasn't great. We'll get through it, though. Alright. Benjamin Beltran says Split Fiction is normie slop at best and woke slop at worst. Well, fair enough. If you don't like it, I understand. I haven't played it. I've looked at videos and I've heard a lot of people say that it's really good. That it's just a fun game. But if you don't, if you're not interested in it, that's fine. Thick and Tender says, honestly, the outfits is just Japan being Japan. They have done it in a lot of games. Japan is just weird, not a big deal. Yeah, talking about the Monster Hunter Wild situation with being able to wear whatever outfits. Yeah, could be. I don't know that culture. I play a lot of games from Japan, but I wouldn't profess to know them, and I'm not gonna speak for them. But it is what it is. Chaos Hoy, the only sane advice they had ever given is don't like it, don't buy it, so I won't. Yep, agreed entirely. Kyle James, Dragon Age the Veilguard is a pretty fun game if you look past the wokeness, and I enjoy it. Well, fair enough, man. I'm all about people just playing what they like. I'm not going to tell you what you have to like. It's not for me, I'll say that. Chaos Hoy says, Doc, your videos are gold. Well, appreciate that, man. Yanda Man says that, guys, we talk shit with each other in our face, but we all subconsciously know it's all in good fun, so we aren't usually offended. Yeah, you don't really see guys get offended like that. I mean, you really can't. There's this unspoken thing, but if you make fun of some guy for, whatever, oh, you're ugly, or you're fat, or you're stupid, or something, if you get all offended and huffy or whatever, that's seen as really weak. Nobody really says that out loud, but it's just true. It's just the way that it is. UK Jamie says, hello all, hey Doc, how's everyone? Well, pretty good, man. How you doing? Buster Gundo says that Kyle James, if the company didn't ham-fist all the wokeness, I'm sure people who gave the game a chance, it's pretty good there. I'm assuming you're saying it that way. Yeah, I mean, the actual bare bones of the game of Dragon Age might be good. I don't know. But they dressed it up in stuff that I'm just not interested in. I'm just not. I mean, I don't care. If someone wants to be, gay or whatever, that's fine. You go ahead and be what you want to be. Just don't push that stuff in my face. Don't rub it in my face. That's all I ask. Bob says, you saw the legendary meme that Vance made in response. I might have. I guess I don't remember which one he would have dropped in there. K. Jill Vampiro says, Doc, my main channel is an Xbox One, which I'm occasionally on. I'm the one person that openly doesn't like Avowed, and everyone shilling for it kills me. I can't stand baby's first RPG. Yeah, it really looks terrible. Actually, that's the subject of the video that's coming out in 50 minutes, talking some more about Avowed. Wes says, Split Fiction might be good in some aspects, but like their previous game, there is a lot of silly bickering. Yeah, I will say that. Of all the videos that I've seen, there's a lot of like dialogue, and it's not something that I appreciate. I mean, it's fine. Like, I don't look at it and it just go, oh, that automatically disqualifies the game or whatever, but I don't know. I don't like it. Not really into it. Matt Rain says, I have this one friend that can't take the jokes and definitely the weakest link, LOL. Yeah, what's that Shakespearean quote? I'm going to butcher it here, but essentially, me thinks thou dost protest too much or whatever. If you get offended by something, you're admitting essentially that it's true. I mean, that's just... It is weakness. It is a sign of weakness, being offended. I mean, I've had people, they go way out of their way, they'll drop into the comments or whatever of my videos, and they'll say all kinds of horrible things. They'll say, oh, your videos are stupid, or my opinion is stupid, my mask is stupid. They'll say all kinds of things, and I just, like, do you need a hug? I'll respond in a smart-ass way. Honestly, you just have to, in my position, as a content creator, what I usually do is I'll respond in some smart-ass way and go, but yes, please continue telling me how stupid I am. Drop some more comments because the algorithm loves it, and then they just shut up. They're like, I mean... If I even bother to say anything, either that or I'll just ignore them, because I honestly don't care. It is what it is. UK Jamie says, so Dr. Disaster, have you heard about this new company called CD Keys? I think it stinks of DEI, where you can get games for cheap. I don't think I have heard about that. If I have, I guess I don't recall. Benjamin Beltran says, the combat sucks. It's the most basic, bland, mediocre combat system ever in Veilguard. Yeah, I mean, from what I haven't played it, but from what I have seen, it does appear to be fairly mediocre. Same thing with Avowed, actually. It's very meh. Nothing new or original or interesting. Ricky Stardust says, Dr. Disaster, being gay is not a choice, so you should not be offended by someone who is gay. They might be a great friend to you. I agree entirely. I actually have for example, I have a very good friend of mine who is a lesbian gal. I don't understand, like her lifestyle or whatever, but that's not important. That's not really relevant criteria when evaluating the quality of someone's character, so that's fine. I'm not offended by it at all if somebody is gay or straight or bi or whatever. It's the only time that I ever get annoyed is when they won't shut up about it in video games or in movies or something, or when I'm told that I'm the problem because I'm not gay. That's the only time that I have a problem with it. And in my videos, I'll mockingly talk about gay, lesbian, queer, whatever, but, it's from the perspective of, I think that it's ridiculous that people make such a big deal out of it. I don't care. I've known people who are gay for a long time in my life. And I've had friends who are gay. I've had people that I don't like who are gay, and it's fine. Yeah, so I'll just leave it there. But yeah, no, I agree. You shouldn't be offended if someone's gay. I don't think you should be. Oh, Nicholas Cooey says, I've been playing a bunch of retro games lately. Yeah, me too. I'm actually in the middle of a Final Fantasy X playthrough. Working on my Platinum Trophy for it. Still chipping away at that one. It's a grind, but I'm going to get there. I want it. Sven Eriksson says, the power of being a victim. I'm reading that in the sing-songy voice that the Acolyte characters were those space witches were singing it in. I'm assuming that's what we were going for here. Cage Il Vampiro says, if you're a dude with thin skin, good luck in life. Yeah, That's tough, man. That's really tough. I know people like that. I legitimately do. And I know people who, they don't even necessarily get offended, but like, they cry. I've met grown men who cry very easily, and you know, it's fine. Like, I'm not somebody who's going to make fun of you for it or anything, but that's a problem. That's a problem. You're going to struggle in life for sure. Wes says, if you use terms like microaggression in a serious way, check yourself. Don't be a snowflake. Yeah, I can agree with that. OMG, Doc, you should look into the VGAs. They have a safe space, room for talking, etc. So ridiculously woke. I will definitely look into them. Thick and Tender, it's only a problem if they use it as a shield and as a substitute for a personality. Bingo, well said. Well said. Yeah, when I'm put on the spot here or whatever, talking about it, sometimes it's hard to properly illustrate how I feel about the subject. But you know what's hilarious? Actually, so like that lesbian gal that I told you about, who's a friend of mine, she's the most based person ever. She can't stand woke stuff. That's why we get along so well. We vote the same way. We talk about, like, she hates Dragon Age the Veilguard. She can't stand Avowed. She's just super cool, and she's a welder. She's an honorary dude. I mean, honestly, she's just a super cool person. I really like her. I get along with her well. Her and her brother are both really cool people, and they're just yeah. I mean, it's not a substitute for her personality. It's just, that's just something about her. Once again, I don't happen to be gay, so like, it doesn't happen to be something that I really get, but like, I don't need to get it in order to be like, well, yeah, you're a cool person, I like you. So yeah. Let's see here. K. Jill Vampiro says they have pronoun pins. You can get a label for your pin stating that you're disabled. I'm assuming we're talking about the VGAs yet. Good luck with Penance, says Thick and Tender. The context for that being Final Fantasy X. Penance is a real SOB. You know, I've been super lucky with a lot of, I took down, what is it, I think there's like 8 or 9 of those Dark Aeons that you have to take down. I'm about halfway through them, and I have beaten the like 4 of them now, all by just summoning Yojimbo, and then paying him a shit ton of gil, and then he just does Zanmato, which is the instant kill. So I've cheesed my way through like half of the hard fights that I've gotten through so far. Oh, I forgot it's Mario Day. Matt Rains pops in, says, about to play some Super Mario World today for Mario Day. Oh, I would have played some Mario today if I had known that. Oh, well. That's cool, though. Nicholas Cooey says, oh no, I'm talking older, LOL. I bought me my NES off of eBay. Right on. Wes says, we are beautiful, strong, and independent, but also victims? Yeah, that seems to be the prevailing attitude for a lot of these people. K. Jill Vampiro corrects himself, says, not the VGAs, the GDC. Yeah, I assumed that's what you were talking about. Yeah, that's happening in like 2 weeks. Something like that. 3 weeks, maybe? End of March, if memory serves here. Bob says, which boss in Link to the Past do you like the most? Just curious, mine is the 3rd in the Light World. So, you must be talking about that, the big worm guy, I can't think of his name, the one that can knock you off all the time. I really like him, too. He was literally the one, if that's the one that you're talking about anyway. He was the one that I was going to say, because he's difficult. I appreciate a challenge like him. I don't know, I'm just maybe a masochist or whatever, but Thick and Tender says there's one for every Eon. Yeah, talking about the Dark Aeons in Final Fantasy X. And I think I've beaten 4 of them thus far. And yes, Yojimbo has just taken all of them out for me. It's hilarious. I've been cheesing my way through it. No apologies, man. I'm not going to apologize. Oh, let's see. Hey, Doc, there's a video on you from Latina Parfait calling me an anti-woke grifter for shilling for split fiction. Okay, that's fine. I don't do the internet drama thing. I'm not a girl. So, that's fine. My opinion is my opinion. It's not going to change just because somebody calls me a mean old name. But I do find it funny. I will say that. But that's about the extent of, me diving into the internet drama. The one thing that I've always promised myself is that I will never make myself I don't want to anyway, unless it's unavoidable. I don't ever want to be the subject of my own videos. Some people do that, and some people do it very well. So don't misunderstand me. I'm not trying to shit talk anybody here, but there are a lot of channels where they will do responses to somebody, and then they do a response to them, and so on and so forth, and I just don't have any interest in it. I don't watch stuff like that. All the content that I make, whenever I make something, I make it with the idea that it's something that I would enjoy. If I don't think that I would enjoy it, then I'm not going to make it, and that is extraordinarily important to me. If somebody wants to respond to me, they are more than welcome, whether it be in a positive or a negative light. Chances are I will never respond to them. So I actually don't even know who that is, Latina Parfait. I don't think I've ever heard of that person, and I don't mean that in a disparaging way. But I guess that's cool. I appreciate the extra attention, I guess. I'm running a business here to a certain degree. So what's funny to me is all these people that want to say, oh, you're a grifter because you're trying to make money on your channel. Well, yes, actually, I am. I had somebody say, oh, well, based on the length of your videos, and I don't know where they were going with this, but based on the length of your videos, you must be a grifter. I'm like, well, what's wrong with the length of my videos? They're like, oh, well, they're so long. I'm like, first of all, I don't think they are that long, but I always shoot for around 10 minutes because that's about as long as I like to watch. Once again, I make stuff that I would want to watch. I don't generally click on videos that are more than 10 minutes long. Maybe, if it depends on the subject, but I want to try to be as thorough as possible, so, is what it is. But, at the end of the day, I know that YouTube promotes things if the average watch time is like 5 minutes or more. So that's something that you definitely have to keep in mind. That's actually something that, if any of you out there are wanting to become content creators, just keep that in mind. You do have to make it at least a certain length because you are trying to get up above the 5-minute mark. That's when YouTube goes, oh, hey, we should recommend this. More people are watching it for longer. So just something to keep in mind. You have to make it a little bit longer. I mean, it's just the sad reality as a YouTuber, I guess I'll just say it that way. There are certain things that you have to do when creating your videos in order to grow your business or to make money. That's just the way of it. I like talking about this, but I can't do it for free. So you have to make decisions. Anyway, Crazy Bat Ninja pops in with the super chat. Have you heard about that third-person sci-fi shooter from BioWare? The anthem that they sung after they heard reviews was likely disappointing. There's some more puns from Crazy Bat Ninja. Much appreciated, my friend. Much appreciated. Dartfeld says, LOL, you're still beating the Dark Aeon, so no problem. Yeah, at the end of the day, if I'm standing and they're not, that's a win, man. Thick Contender says, hot take, I loved Blitzball. It's okay. I just wish that I didn't have to do it in order to get my trophy, but whatever. Henricus says, Latina Parfait is doing what this man is doing. Even the thumbnails are eerily similar. Methinks it's an imitation thing, and she wants to either be like him or be with him. Whatever. Mad says, a captain with integrity. Well, I mean, I try. I'm not perfect, but I make mistakes. It is what it is. UK Jamie, I've recently played the Xbox demo version Mecha Break and took a peek at the character creation. Nothing has changed from the PC version. That's good to hear, because that is an excellent part of the game, certainly. Kamchi says, these people are weird. Which people? I wonder which people. Zeke says, unsure if you covered any of the Wizards of the Coast are making bad decisions when a lot of the community doesn't need it to play the game, and then they wonder why books don't sell. Yeah, they have the weirdest monetization model ever with D&D when you think about it, because you can't really monetize it unless you are doing things that the community really appreciates. And it's, how should I put this? It's just really odd that they would invite so much controversy and drive so many people away. But whatever. Whatever. Oh, Crazy Bat Ninja says, thanks for the content creation advice, Doc. Yeah, you got it, man. Like I say, try to aim for the YouTube. This is what I hear. So, it seems to have worked for me, though. YouTube likes it when your average viewership is over 5 minutes. That's what they're going for. That's what I've heard. So I've tried to put out stuff that's I aim for 10 minutes. Sometimes I'm a minute or two over or under, but the goal is 10 minutes. So usually if I've got a 10-minute video, I get viewership that's over 5 minutes. So it's what I go for. Insomniac asks, hey doctor, did you serve? I did not, but I heartily respect any and everybody who did. I have a few brothers who did. A lot of superheroes out there who have done some tremendous things for our country. So, no, I did not serve. But if you did, thank you very much for your service. I appreciate it. K. Jill Vampiro says that Split Fiction actually looks good, aside from obvious. A Way Out with its darker tone was great. Split Fiction's concept with a dark adult tone would be perfect. Yeah, I mean, to me, it looks like, how should I put this, like Super Mario or something? Not in the sense that I think it looks actually like Mario. It doesn't play like it or anything like that, but just, I wouldn't play it because I care at all about story or anything. The gameplay just looks pretty good. So for me, I guess I wouldn't be as worried about a darker adult tone one way or another, but it is what it is. Sven Eriksson says, doctors don't serve, they make people serve them. Stay alive and get back up at it again. Yeah. Nope, I did not serve, so I am not one of you superheroes out there who did serve, but you guys have my thanks so much for doing the really tough work out there. Kamchi specifies what was said earlier, saying that these people are weird, calling me a grifter. Yeah, appreciate that, man. Chaos Hoy says, wizards are losing their magic. I assume we're talking about Wizards of the Coast. Having some more Dr. Pepper. Gotta have some caffeine today. Didn't get the greatest sleep last evening. UK Jamie says, have you seen or heard about the Tesla attacks? I did hear that there were some Tesla, some dealerships that were attacked, if that's what you're talking about. I guess I only heard about one, maybe two places. I wonder if it's related to X being apparently, earlier in the stream, someone informed me. I was talking about how I couldn't log on to X earlier today, but somebody informed me that actually the X was the subject of some kind of an attack. So that would be why I wasn't able to pop in on X earlier. It was really slow. It was acting really weird. Bob says, do you plan on streaming more older games like this every so often? And if you are, can we throw you game ideas? Absolutely throw me game ideas. I'm all about ideas, man. Please do throw ideas out there. And yes, I do plan on playing a variety of games. One game I'm thinking about going through next is Metal Gear Solid 1 and maybe even 2. Leading up to, I want to make sure that I get through them both between now and this later this summer when Metal Gear Solid 3 drops, the remake of that drops. I just really want to, I just really want to make sure that I'm refamiliarize myself with elements of the story, and I just think it would be fun to play through it. But yeah, definitely make sure to give me any suggestions. Insomniac says, thanks for your support. I'm assuming, my friend, that you are saying that you are either are serving or have served. You don't have to answer that. I'm assuming that you can't necessarily tell people what your current status is necessarily if you are in the military, but I will say this. I salute you, my friend. I appreciate the hell out of you superheroes. Everybody drop a W in the chat for our brave men and women who have served. This guy is a superhero, and let's give him a W. These guys are real winners in my mind. I'm going to join in on it. We're going to drop a W in the chat as well. Dragon Child says, I back the troops. Ben Ever says, like Earthbound. Earthbound would be fun to go through for sure. I actually I've never played that all the way through. I've played it just a little bit, but I didn't own it as a kid. Obviously, it was extraordinarily rare. So, no, I never played it, but it's pretty outstanding. I Toast My Socks with a super chat, much appreciated. Says, the first live that I've made, watching your channel grow, and I'm stoked to see it happen. By the way, how many ships are in line for the next ship added to the fleet? Well, I have a ton of ships on my list, but last I looked, there were like 6 or 7 that were like super chatted or whatever, so there's like half a dozen people who are super chatted. That I've got to get through first. Chaos Hoy specifies as though Wizards of the Coast is what he meant. Nicholas Halden, coffee beans radiated with cosmic background radiation is peak. Hyper Fantasy pops in, says, howdy Doc, hope you're kicking more butt. I only see a couple new rods. Yeah, I didn't get super far today. I'm actually going to be calling it in just a couple minutes here. The wife and kids are asking me to go for a walk, so we're going to get out and enjoy the nice weather that we're enjoying around here. It's going to be pretty great. Everybody's home this week for spring break, so we're going to have some fun while we can. Mad pops in, says, would you consider a Resident Evil marathon someday? Absolutely. Though, I've got to say, I might invite my brother to do that on like a weekend or something like that. He works all throughout the week, but my brother is a phenomenal Resident Evil guy. I don't know if I have permission or whatever from him to tell you about his channel. He's got a really small channel. He just kind of started, but I'll talk with him. Maybe I'll let you guys know. But he does playthroughs of Resident Evil with all kinds of goofy mods and stuff. He's a lot of fun. He's really good at that. So maybe I'd bring him by for some of that. Maybe let him play while I do some talking. Who knows? We'll see. Lots of W's in the chat. Let's go. W's for our freaking superhero men and women who are serving our country. You guys are badass. Yandaman says, yes, X was under attack all day. Sven Erickson says, "Is this a thing in the United States? Thanking people for doing their duty? That's weird." Yeah, here it is. It's a thing that we do, because it's something that they choose to do. I guess that's what it really comes down to. Is it's not a requirement. Nobody is made to serve. They do it of their own accord, and we do just really appreciate it. So because they are doing it. Guys like me can just sit around and complain about shit on the internet, right? So yeah, I thank them, and a lot of us do in our country. But I understand cultures are different, so it's all good. Thick and Tender, have you ever played any of the Stronghold games? Stronghold Crusader Remaster is coming out this summer. No, I've never played them. Funny enough, if it's the series I'm thinking of, I could be misremembering. Stronghold, I thought, wasn't that like a castle building simulator? Something like that anyway, because I purchased one of those games actually this wasn't several years ago. This was like 20 years ago or something. I purchased it, and then my computer at the time crapped out on me before I could get the thing installed, and it sat virtually unopened. This game, I think it was a Stronghold game, maybe the original or something, I don't know. But it sat in its box or whatever in this cabinet for a long time. Like, I forgot about it, and I just never got around to playing it. So, anyway. Crazy Bat Ninja says, regardless of what one thinks of Tesla and Elon, targeting people's businesses because of one thing or another is wrong. Yeah, I mean, if you want to boycott, like if you want to not do business with somebody, that's fine. That's your prerogative. Nobody is going to make you go and buy a Tesla or use X or anything like that. Someday when SpaceX starts transporting people from planet to planet or whatever, if you want to use a different service, if there is a different service, that's up to you. But yeah, you don't need to be doing anything beyond that. That's a little bit much. Dragon Child pops in and says, play some Metroid. Yes, I would love to play some Metroid. I'm not as familiar with the Metroid series as I am some others, but I'd be fine with just trying something different. I Toast My Socks with the super chat here. I'd like to put this one in for the UNSC Pillar of Autumn if it hasn't already been suggested. Thank you, Doc. I believe you are actually the second person to super chat that one. I have to check. I think that you might be the second one. So if that's the case, that it's been double super chatted at that point. So at that point, you're going to be bumped up to the top of the list. If it hasn't, then you're right up there with the other super chats. Either way, we'll see it soon. We will see it soon. Hyper Fantasy Handbook says wholesome exercise. Yeah, talking about getting out and doing a walk, getting a walk in with the family. My little girl needs some exercise. My son needs some exercise. Yeah, we need to get outside. Got to go and do some things. All right. Thick and Tender says, it's a medieval real-time strategy. I have the physical collection StarCraft, but medieval, my personal favorite RTS series. Yeah, kind of like Age of Empires, then I'm assuming. I loved Age of Empires, which is probably why I bought the game, if it is the one I'm thinking of. Once again, I bought the damn thing, and I bought it, my computer crapped out on me, it took me a while to save up money. This was 20 years ago, I would have been, in college or whatever, so I didn't have a lot of money, and it took me a while to get another computer that would have been capable of playing games, and by the time I did, I forgot all about the damn thing. And I saw it years later and went, shit, there's a game I just never played. Oh, ever play the Flat Out games for the PS2, says Doug Dale Dimmadome. No, I'm not familiar. Alright, I'm going to take a couple more chats from you guys here, and then I'm going to call it. Dragon Child says, I got lots of family and friends who have served and are active. Thank them all from me, please. I much appreciate everybody who does the good work. Mr. Grimm says, play that old vampire RPG, Vampire the Masquerade Bloodlines. Yeah, maybe I will too, because isn't the second one coming out this year? It looks like crap, but Yeah, I think it comes out this year. Sometime soon anyway. Sven Eriksson says, thing is that we thank the people we serve with. All others, we don't need their thanks, genuine or not, because everyone that knows and matters knows. Yeah, once again, it's just a cultural difference. I don't know necessarily why one culture does it and another one, why one does and why another one doesn't, but it is what it is. It's just a thing that we do here. Hyper Fantasy says, have you ever played my favorite SNES trilogy, Soul Blazer, Illusion of Gaia, Terranigma? I think it's pronounced, right? Is that? I can't remember. I think that's how it's pronounced. No, I have not played those. And I should. Zeke says, that ship would be a big one to add. Yeah, the Pillar of Autumn, absolutely. Chaos Hoy says, I need an island. Thick and Tender. Yes, it's that old. Sounds about right. Not sure. Oh, I'm assuming Stronghold. Yeah, we're talking about Stronghold with that. Dragon Child says, Age of Empires rules. I loved Age of Empires 2. I actually just had to uninstall Age of Empires off of my PC this morning. Because I was trying to waste a little time before this, and it wouldn't play. I had to uninstall. I'm going to reinstall it and just get the game going again. I like to play every once in a while, 10-15 minutes. It's just great. Bob says, have a great day, Doctor. Have a nice walk. Dragon Child says, Bloodlines is awesome and fun. Yes, it is. The second one looks garbage, but the first one was really good. The Gold Experience. Doctor normally has a high-pitched voice. There's a disturbance in the force. Well, what you're hearing right now is my actual normal voice, without any filters or anything like that. When I'm doing the live streams, it's just not practical to put in a filter. Alright, guys. Well, I'm going to have to call it here. Krog just popped in and said, Hail, O mighty pirate lord. Well, hail, sir. Much appreciated. Thanks for being here. But, yeah, we're going to have to call it. Please remember, I do have another video that will be dropping in about 15 minutes, so keep your eyes peeled for that. I'm thinking in the next week or two, I should be finished with a good chunk of the audio book that I will be putting out there for members only, at least for a while, of my novel. I'd like to get some feedback from people before I make it a little more public. But, so yeah, if you guys are interested in supporting me and interested in checking that out, becoming a member would be the way to do that. But yeah, you guys have an excellent day. So yep, a video in 15 minutes, and there will be another one after that in 3 hours and 15 minutes. But we will talk to you tomorrow, same bat time, same bat place, be noon Central, 1 o'clock Eastern. Have a good one, and we will see you later.